we are going to do some work on some apostrophes, okay, to show that something belongs to someone. We've done lots of work in class on this already, but today we're adding a bit onto that. So, apostrophes can be used to show that something belongs to someone or something. Okay, so your possessions are the things that belong to you. So if we're talking about one thing, it's called singular. So a man or a bike. Okay, when something is singular, and we've done this lots of times, we can just add an apostrophe and an S to the end of the word that it belongs to. So like this, it was the man's bike. The bike's handlebars were bent in the crash. We just add the apostrophe S. We can do that with proper nouns too, so names of people or countries. So the example here is a country. India's national flag has 3 horizontal stripes. So the flag that belongs to India, the handlebars that belong to the bike, and the bike that belongs to the man. However, sometimes we're talking about more than one thing. If we're talking about more than one thing, that's called a plural. Okay, so if we're talking about a pack of wolves, there's more than one wolf, and you can see that in the picture. Or if we're talking about a group of countries, there's more than one country. So if the noun already ends in an S, we just put an apostrophe on the end. So here, okay, the wolf's prey was a deer. Wolves already ends in an S, so we just add the apostrophe afterwards. Okay, so another time, okay, plurals don't end in an S. So if there was one child but 2 children, children doesn't begin with an S, it doesn't end with an S. So we have to add the apostrophe S. The children's play is on Friday evening. If we're talking about one goose, but 1, 2, 3, 4 geese that were flying, okay, then we'd have to say the geese's flight in formation was amazing, because there's more than one goose, there are 4 geese. So we have to add the apostrophe S. Okay, here I've got some more examples. Okay, so if the noun ends with an S, we show the apostrophe. So the pony's diet is mostly grass. There are 2 ponies there. Okay. And the boys' fancy dress costumes were so good. So look, we've got the were there because we're talking about more than one boy as well. The rabbit's hutch is messy, and you can see in that hutch there are lots of rabbits. So we're not just talking about one rabbit. And then the house's chimneys are all made from brick. So there's not just one house, you can see there are lots of roofs there. So there's more than one house, there are houses. So we need the apostrophe on the end. Okay, now there are 3 sentences here. Okay, and we're thinking about this group of bats. Okay, I want to see if you can work out which one is the correct one. So example A, through the trees, the bat's apostrophe noses glistened. Through the trees, the bat apostrophe S noses glistened. Through the trees, the bat's nose apostrophe S glistened. Which one do you think it would be? I think it would be example A, because bats ends in an S, so we just add the apostrophe after the S. Okay, if it was example B, we'd only be talking about one bat. Okay, the bat's nose glistened, because there's just one bat. Okay, and example C, I think someone's gotten really confused with that one. Hey, your job for today is to first think about singular and plural. Okay, so the first one has been done for you. You will need to write today's date and then an objective in your book